happy in Luxembourg? Why are people in Luxembourg happy? Language as identifier of culture in the Grand Duchy. My name is Dr. Ursula Schinzel. I'm going to present you today one of my researches. You can also have a look at my website ursulaschinzel.com. The research question is, why are people in Luxembourg happy? The study's purpose are to explain why Luxembourg fits in on Hofstede's 7 dimensions of culture and to explain Luxembourg people's high scores on the measure of happiness. The methods are the review of the literature, participant observation, interviews and questionnaires collecting primary data. The literature review was the profound review of Hofstede's literature and around Hofstede. And I suppose that everybody knows Geert Hofstede. He was born in the Netherlands in 1928 and did a major IBM research in the 1960s. He collected 116,000 questionnaires and identified 4 cultural dimensions: individualism, collectivism, uncertainty, avoidance, power distance, masculinity, femininity, and later added long-term orientation, indulgence versus restraint, and monumentalism. He dared to contradict Maslow, Herzberg, and McLelland and brought cultural research from the US to Europe. Here you can see again his cultural dimensions. Let's have a look at Luxembourg. It's a unitary parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy with the Grand Duke Henry and the Prime Minister Xavier Bettel. There are 3 official languages: Luxembourgish, French, and German, and the population is a total of 546,000. The motto is "Wir willen blijven wat wir zijn." That means in English, we want to remain what we are. Hypothesis 1 is that native Luxembourgers' scores on the cultural dimensions are different from the non-Luxembourgers in Luxembourg. Hypothesis 2 is that there are differences between Hofstede's estimates on the cultural dimensions in Luxembourg and the study's results in Luxembourgers with Luxembourgish nationality. Hypothesis 3 is that Luxembourgers are happy because they use their language as identifier. They are highly uncertainty avoidant and are long-term oriented. They have a low power distance and are highly collectivist. Concerning the participant observation, data analysis, I went to many events, and the result is that Luxembourg still prefers meeting in person in a hotel or a bank over cocktail or champagne and lunch or dinner. Here you can see the cultural calculation formulas by Geert Hofstede and the results for Luxembourg, including all the nationalities, Luxembourg nationals, and you can compare with Hofstede's estimates. We can see especially that the power distance is very low in 29 for Lux nationals. Uncertainty avoidance very high, 95. Individualism very low, 34. That means high. Collectivism, masculinity is medium, 54. Long-term orientation, yes, 65. Indulgence versus restraint, 55, and monumentalism, 24, is quite high compared to the 10 in Luxembourg. Here you can see a comparison with other countries like France, Germany, UK, Belgium, French and Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Netherlands, China, USA and Japan. You especially see the difference in the power distance between Luxembourg nationals and China. 80, USA 40, and Luxembourg nationals 29. For example, uncertainty avoidance, Luxembourg nationals 95, UK 35, China 30, USA 46. Or, for example, individualism, Luxembourg nationals 34, UK 89, China 20, Netherlands 80, USA 91, and indulgence versus restraint, for example, Luxembourg nationals 55, UK 69, Italy 30, Netherlands 68, China 24, USA 68. Or monumentalism, Luxembourg or Lux nationals 24, UK 35, China 0, USA 57. What is a logistic regression? Now, logistic regression allows prediction of group membership. For example, prediction of whether someone is a belly dancer based on gender, occupational category, preferred type of reading material, and age. Logistic regression allows to evaluate the odds, the probability of membership in the group of belly dancers based on the combination of values of the predictor variables. 25-year-old female sports professor teaching hip-hop and reading dance books. Now, here's the definition for logistic regression. Logistic regression is a statistical method used to model the relationship between a qualitative dependent variable, in this case happiness, and a combination of independent variables like, for example, in this case, taking risk, free time for life, level of education, job level, manager or non-manager, state of health, religion. And it is calculated in SPSS, what is a computer program from IBM. It means Statistical Package for the Social Sciences. It was also called PASV, Predictive Analytics Software. Here you can see the logistic regression in our case. Taking risk, the odds is 2.538. Free time for life, 2.647. Level of education, 0.394. Contradict the boss, 2.993. State of health, 4.416. Importance of religion, 1.969. You can see the correlation matrix between taking risk, free time of life, 0.214, and the level of education and free time for life, minus 0.213, and contradict the boss, state of health, for example, a level of education, contradict the boss, and the importance of religion. This helps to calculate the probability for a person to be happy. In this case, it is 0.97. This is a very high probability because it tends to be 1. Now, the probability of Luxembourgers of being happy for person 1, the person who takes risks, the probability of being happy is 0.97. The person number 2, the one who does not take risk, the probability of being happy is 0.94. This means the two probabilities are mainly the same. This is the reason why most people would not take any risk. You can see the correlation among all variables in SPSS, and happiness correlates strongly with long-term orientation and indulgence versus restraint. The conclusion is Luxembourgers are happy because they use their language as identifier, they are highly uncertainty avoidant, they are long-term oriented, they have low power distance, and they are highly collectivist. Now have a look at some explanations for power distance. For example, why is it so low for Luxembourg nationals compared to China 80 and USA 40? In Luxembourg nationals is 29 only. So Luxembourg is small, hierarchy is not felt that much, and the boss and employees meet in the same sport clubs, the supermarkets, bars, and even events. Let's have a look at uncertainty avoidance. It is very high for Lux nationals, 97, compared to UK 35 and the USA 46. While in Luxembourg, uncertain unknown situations are avoided. Secure regulated life without surprises preferred. Now a look at the individualism. It is very low, 34 in Luxembourg, compared to USA 91 and Italy 76. That means that collectivism is high, really, and the well-being of the group and the country are important. Masculinity, femininity is medium. It's 54 out of 100 compared to Japan, 95 masculinity, and Netherlands, very feminine country, 14 out of 100. That means in Luxembourg the characteristics of a masculine dominant country, like competition and success, and those of a feminine dominant country, caring for others, quality of life, are equally distributed. Long-term orientation, 65 out of 100 in Luxembourg nationals compared to the USA 26 and Germany, let's have a look, 83 out of 100. Luxembourg is characterized for foreseen and planned events and by perseverance and thrift. Indulgence versus restraint is medium in Luxembourg, 55 out of 100, compared to China, 24, Italy 30, and the USA 68. In general, people like to indulge in life, they love profiting from the benefits of life, and they enjoy their lives. Monumentalism is low, 24 out of 100 compared to the USA, 54.2, but compared to Japan with 4, it's high. So compared to Luxembourg with all nationalities, 10, it's higher. That means that Luxembourg nationals love their national traditions and nationality, the Grand Ducal family, National Day, national hymn, and are living their national identity. Let's have a look at the language as identifier. Why comes? This is because of World War I and II. It assured their national identity. And today it's a discriminating factor for identification and gives access to advantages. It gives people importance. Let's have a look, final slide, at a little repetition. So why are people happy in Luxembourg? Because they use the language as identifier, they are highly uncertainty avoidant, they are long-term oriented, they have low power distance, and they are highly collectivist. You can have a look at my website, ursulaschinzel.com, and I thank you for your attention.